This looks a fairly unremarkable location, just an ordinary country lane here in Nottinghamshire. Well, I'm not far from the villages of Kersal and Cornton. You could include Neasall in that too, sort of almost in the middle of nowhere. But this scene is a scene of a quite remarkable record, when only yesterday a larval web of small eggar was found nearby to this location. In fact, as I stand here, they were found over there about a quarter of a mile or so away. And so today I've decided to have a look around this area. This is the first time that small eggar has been found anywhere near here at all. It's always been a Trent Valley species in Nottinghamshire, and to have it a good number of miles away and further into Nottinghamshire is a quite remarkable discovery. In terms of moths, it's probably going to be the best discovery this year. But the lady that found the small eggars yesterday also had them at another location at Curtin, and that was in 2024. Now, I've covered and looked for small eggar for a number of years, having to go to Sutton-on-Trent in order to try and find the larval webs. I don't have to do that, at least not today, because I've toddled up here in the car, which you can see in the background there. I've walked 200 yards down that lane and I found another batch of small eggar caterpillars. Quite remarkable for a moth which is in national decline. Well, it's nice to see a bit of sunshine. I think it'll be quite brief, but it's nice nonetheless, and quite warm. Cool today, 10 centigrade, but at least it's dry. Now, the larval web that we're going to have a look at is about 50 yards down past the oak tree that you may well be able to see behind me. Maybe if I stand over here, you'll be able to get an idea where it is. But I've just found a second larval web. This one's at the top of a hedge on the same side there, in blackthorn, but about 7-8 feet off the ground. But the larval webs are good size. Both of them are about the size of that. If I hold my hand like that, they're both about that size. To find two is remarkable, because when I heard of the one being found yesterday, I was really excited. Really got the juices flowing, so to speak. Never dreamt that I'd be able to come out here and find another one so easy. Well, I found two so easy. And here's the first of those larval webs that I've found. You can see the larvae, they've all come out and they're enjoying the warmth of this morning sunshine. When not feeding, the larvae typically go into the web and say these are just warming up. They're about a third grown. It's an absolutely astonishingly beautiful caterpillar, this small eggar. And a few have gone onto the upper branches of this small bit of blackthorn, and you can see where the leaves have been defoliated by the caterpillars. I can't believe that I can just waltz up here, and this was the first little stretch that I looked on, and there these are, right at the side of the road, and they've narrowly missed the cutter. There are probably around 50 larvae in here, so there are a few that have been out feeding and are heading back to the larval web. So the larval web is used for resting and protection. They go right into the larval web, and especially if it's wet, they will retreat into that web where they are effectively waterproofed. But when they want to feed, they come out, and usually one particular branch is chosen or favoured for a length of time until all the leaves on that branch have been eaten, and then the larvae retreat back to the safety of the larval web. just brilliant to find. I can't get over it. It's a long time since anything's got me this excited. To think, how long have these been here in this part of Nottinghamshire? Have they been here all the time, just undetected? Or is Small Eggar undergoing a dramatic increase in numbers? These are remarkably calm. They're often at different sizes. There's one small one at the bottom of the group that probably won't make it in my experience with these. The small runty ones are usually parasitised and ultimately fail, but the rest, from what I can see, all look the same size. At this stage in their development as well, they are fairly dark and plain. It's as they get older in the next instar, and certainly 2 instars away, they become absolute beauties. Well, you can see the larval web here, and you can see how close it's located to the road. And say, very lucky to be here actually, because if they'd have cut any more than a metre of the roadside verge, that would have gone. It's the first time I've found a larval web of Small Eggar on such suckering regrowth as this. Normally where you get them at Sutton-on-Trent on Ingram's Lane, it's very different to this. Just small, well, very poor hedgerows. I'll put a clip in here so you can refresh your memory and see what it's like. These hedges, they weren't cut last year, so there's a good amount of growth on them. They'll probably get cut this year, but it shouldn't be detrimental because these caterpillars will be pupa and safely tucked away by the time the farmer comes round or the council comes round and cuts the verges again and maybe cuts the hedges. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to continue down this little bit and have a look, see if there's any more on the rest of this scrubby sort of blackthorn growth. There will be more around here, no doubt. If you're ever lucky enough to find a larval web of Small Eggar, keep searching, because chances are if you broaden your search from that point, you will find another, maybe 2 other larval webs. Females tend to lay every 100 yards or so, sometimes it's more. But I found a 3rd one here, and this is about 10 yards away from the larval web that I've been filming. But it's very different, it's much younger. The larvae here are a centimetre in length, and they are certainly what we call L2, second instar, maybe just starting to molt into L3. Consequently, the larval web is very small, and if I put my hand at the side of it, you'll get an idea of the size of this larval web. There is this one here, and then there's the original larval web which is tucked in just there. So presumably there's every chance there's more than one female been here, and that this female that laid this batch came by a good fortnight or so after the other 2 larval webs that I've found. I can't believe that I've found 3 larval webs, and these are all within a space of 150 metres. Just contemplating on where to go next. I think it's going to be that way. Head towards the Eggaring and Kersal area. But this has been the most amazing success. Never dreamt that it would be successful. You can't often go out and just start to look for something and drop straight on it. But I have just been talking to Sharon Wilson, who found and uploaded a photo of the Small Eggar larval web on Facebook yesterday, and she's had 3 larval webs of different ages in that area this year. So coupled with the 3 that I've had this morning, we've got at least 6 larval webs. That's a tremendous rate, I would have thought, it's given the moth's national status. Where else can we find it? Well, I'm going to have a little bit of a drive round and see if I can turn some more up. That would be something. Well, no further joy so far. I'm just outside the village of Neasel, and I've tried along by Eggaring meadows and I've had no luck there, but they're elsewhere. They have to be elsewhere. I've heard from Nick Brownlee, and he's found a single larva near Curtain Wood, which is probably another new area. This has to be one of those species that nobody just looks for, and they're probably only going to ever find it much the same way as Sharon did yesterday when they happened to be either walking the dog or just out for a walk in the countryside, noticed a larval web. Hey presto, we have a record of a very rare moth. But I also think that it must be having a good couple of years, and that's not just this year. That would have started last year, or probably the year before that. But interestingly, last year I did go to the usual site on Ingram's Lane at Sutton-on-Trent. Failed to find any larval webs at all. Guess where I'll be going in a day or two. Well, the search is continuing. I've been covering a couple of lanes around the Neasel area, and now I'm heading towards Ossington. In fact, at the moment I'm between Neasel and Ossington, just trying along here. No luck in our search for larval webs of the small eggar. Never thought I would be doing this anyway, at least not here. Still out. It's probably a couple of hours now or so since I first filmed the small eggar larval webs not far from Kersal, but about half a mile or so down this road. And in that time being, I've been from down there, went to Kersal, had a look around the hedgerows at Kersal, drove along past Eggaring meadows, checked along there, no sign, up to Neasel. Had a good look at a couple of points at Neasel, and again no larval webs. So after going to Ossington, I decided to come back up, have another look at the larval webs that I filmed earlier, and continue past, and I now find myself outside Norwell Woodhouse, or as they say locally, Norrell Woodhouse. And in the blackthorn thicket just there, there's another web. It's a shame it's so breezy today, but here's another larval web. This is what I saw as I drove slowly by. It's only a small lane here, but it's very conspicuous. And surprisingly, there are some larvae on there, but the larvae are only sort of second instar. They're only less than, or just under a centimetre. Yet that looks as though there should be much larger larvae associated with that. So 4 larval webs I've managed to find so far this morning. These must have been here for a number of years. This is the last stand of blackthorn that I'm checking today. What a fantastic few hours we've had. Nick Brownlee has been in the Curtain area of Nottinghamshire, and I've been, well, trawling around several lanes of several villages in Nottinghamshire, and between us we've added another 7 larval webs, coupled with the 3 that Sharon Wilson has had at Neasel, then we know of 10 webs in the county at the moment, and I've not even been to Sutton-on-Trent to check along Ingram's Lane. Surely there must be 1 or 2 webs along there if they've appeared, and are obviously doing very well in the Kersal and Neasel area. But of all the sites that I've been to today, it's been fabulous just to be able to pull up, see a larval web of small egger at the side of the road on a stand of blackthorn. Something that I didn't expect to see, apart from, I say, at the usual site of Sutton-on-Trent. What a day it's been, recording one of the county's rarest moths. Maybe not quite so rare as we thought now.